It was 12:38 a.m. when Mira stepped out of the hospital's back exit. The corridors behind her were silent, too silent. She'd been covering a double shift in the emergency ward. By now, even the night staff were half asleep. Only the hum of the vending machine and the buzzing of a weak light above the exit filled the still air. Her car was parked in the lower basement lot, where the light barely reached the ground. The hospital saved that section for employees, a long, narrow stretch of concrete where every sound echoed too clearly. She walked quickly, clutching her bag close. Her footsteps bounced off the walls, coming back louder than they should have. The sound didn't just echo, it followed. At first, she thought it was her imagination, the fatigue, the hour, the emptiness. But when she slowed her pace, so did the other steps. And when she stopped, they didn't. A faint scuff of shoes slid on the wet floor, just a few feet behind her. "Hello?" Her voice cracked. The fluorescent lights flickered once, twice, then dimmed. Silence. Her pulse hammered in her throat. She walked faster, fumbling for her car keys. She pressed the unlock button. Beep. The headlights blinked far ahead, near the concrete pillar at the end. Just as she started toward it, she saw someone standing between her and the car. A man. Or what looked like one. He was tall, dressed in what seemed like old security clothing, but his face, it wasn't right. Too pale, too still, like his skin had been soaked in water for too long. "Sir, the parking lot's closed," she said, forcing a shaky laugh. The figure didn't move, didn't blink, just tilted its head a slow, unnatural twist to one side, like a puppet with a broken neck. Something inside Mira screamed to run, and she did, sprinting straight for her car, breathing hard, fumbling to unlock it. She threw herself inside and locked the doors. The headlights lit up the figure again. But now, it was closer, right in front of her car. He didn't walk there. He was just there. His mouth hung open slightly. His lips moved, but no sound came out. Then, slowly, he raised his arm and pointed behind her. Her blood ran cold. She turned, trembling. The back seat was empty. She looked forward again, but the man was gone. Heart racing, she started the car and reversed so fast she nearly hit a pillar. The tires squealed as she sped toward the exit ramp. But when she glanced at the rearview mirror, he was sitting in the back seat. No sound, no breathing, just that soaked, pale face, and that same slow tilt of the head. She couldn't scream. She couldn't move. She just stared as his reflection leaned closer until his mouth brushed her ear. A whisper. "You shouldn't have parked here." Mira's scream echoed across the ramp as the car lurched forward. She didn't remember how she got home. But when she woke up the next morning, her phone was ringing. It was the hospital security office. A guard's voice said, "Ma'am, do you drive a silver Honda City?" Her heart sank. "Yes. Why?" There was a pause. Then he said quietly, "Ma'am, we found your car in the basement. Engine still running, driver's seat empty, and..." He stopped, voice trembling. "The CCTV shows you getting in, but no one ever gets out." The camera footage, they said, was even stranger. It showed Mira walking to her car, unlocking it, and sitting inside. Then another frame glitch, and suddenly, someone was already sitting beside her. But the system couldn't identify the face. The file corrupted after that. Just static. Later that day, a cleaner found a muddy handprint on the inside of the rear windshield. Fingers too long, palm too wide. And underneath it, drawn in the dirt, was a single word: stay. It was 12:47 a.m. when Ria finally left her office building. Everyone else had gone home hours ago. The long corridors of the underground parking lot were silent, except for the dull hum of fluorescent lights flickering overhead. Each flicker seemed to pulse in time with her heartbeat. Her car was parked in the far corner, the cheapest section, far from the elevators, where no one parked unless they had to. She hesitated for a moment before stepping in. The smell of damp concrete hit her nose. Water dripped from the ceiling pipes, echoing faintly in the distance. Ria pulled out her phone. No signal. Of course. As her heels clicked against the floor, she noticed something odd, a single car idling in the middle row, engine running, lights off. No driver, no sound but the soft rhythmic rumble of the motor. Her skin prickled. Maybe a guard? Maybe someone forgot to turn it off. She tried to ignore it and walked faster, her footsteps echoing unnaturally like the sound was bouncing back too quickly, too close. She stopped. The echo stopped half a second later. Someone was walking behind her. She turned sharply. Rows of cars, shadows between them, nothing else. Her throat felt dry. Hello? Is someone there? No answer. Then, a soft sound. Slap, slap, slap. Bare feet on wet concrete. Slow, careful, coming closer. She clutched her keys tightly and whispered to herself, "Don't look back. Just keep walking." The steps grew louder, closer, until they stopped right behind her. Her breath hitched. Her reflection shimmered faintly in the car beside her, but there was something behind her reflection. A tall grayish shape, head tilted at an impossible angle. She turned around, nothing, just silence. But when she looked back at the car's window, the reflection was still there, still staring. She ran. Her keys slipped from her sweaty hand and clattered to the ground. When she bent down to grab them, she saw something underneath the car. Two pale, dirt-streaked hands resting on the ground, palms down. And a face upside down staring at her from the shadows, mouth open far wider than it should have been. Ria screamed and stumbled back. The hands snapped upward, grabbing the bumper, dragging the body out. The figure was crawling backward, its head twisting completely around, eyes black and hollow. She bolted toward her car, fumbling with the remote. The lights flashed. She dove inside, slammed the doors, and locked them. Her hands shook violently as she tried to start the engine. The key wouldn't turn. Outside, the pale figure stood by her window. Its face pressed against the glass upside down with a smile stretched ear to ear. It began tapping the window. Once, twice, then faster and faster, tap, 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 tap like a heartbeat. Ria screamed, finally getting the car to start. She floored the accelerator and tore out of the lot. She didn't stop driving until she reached her apartment. Her chest was tight, tears streaming down her face. She parked, stumbled out, and looked back at the car, desperate to make sure she was safe. And that's when she saw it. Across the back windshield, written in long, muddy finger streaks, were the words, "I was under your car the whole time." Her knees nearly gave out. Her phone buzzed suddenly, a message notification. It was from an unknown number. A single photo, her car, taken from inside the parking lot. Timestamp, 12:47 a.m. The caption said, "Next time, don't look back." That night, neighbors said they heard someone screaming in the parking basement. But when police searched, they found Ria's car door open, her phone still on the seat, and a long trail of wet, bare footprints leading toward the elevator, then stopping halfway, as if something had simply vanished.